Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into an explainer on a workflow that literally runs the modern tech world. You guessed it, we're talking about CI/CD. Now, at a high level, it sounds super simple, right? Code goes in, some checks run automatically, it gets packaged up, and boom, it's deployed. But as you probably know, in the real world, it's a giant puzzle of stages, tools, manual approvals, security scans, and multiple environments. So whether you're a developer, a DevOps engineer, a site reliability engineer, or a cloud architect, this is the one workflow you absolutely have to master.
Here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to hit the core concepts of CI/CD, clear up delivery versus deployment, walk through the actual pipeline workflow, look at some popular CI/CD tools, touch on AI in the pipeline, and then wrap up with the security catch. Section 1. Concepts of CI/CD. Okay, let's dive into this.
The term CI/CD is actually made up of two distinct halves. To build our mental model for that first half, continuous integration, or CI, I want you to always ask yourself this one absolutely critical question. Is the code safe to merge? You see, whenever a developer pushes a change, we need to know for sure if that new code can safely join the rest of the code base without, breaking everything.
And that brings us to the actual definition of continuous integration. It's the part of the pipeline where every single code change is validated completely automatically. The second someone pushes code, the pipeline wakes up and springs into action. It installs dependencies, runs linting to check your code structure, and fires off unit and integration tests. The whole point of CI is just to answer that previous question automatically, giving your team the confidence that the new code is structurally sound and won't wreck any existing features.
Section 2. Delivery versus deployment. Let's see how this flows into the second half of the acronym, CD. Now, this is where a lot of folks in the industry get tripped up because CD can actually mean two totally different things. Continuous delivery means your code is built, tested, packaged, and 100% ready to deploy. The pipeline preps the whole shebang, but then it stops. It waits for a manual human approval. On the flip side, continuous deployment goes one massive step further. If all those automated checks pass, the pipeline just automatically ships the code directly to production. Zero human intervention.
So tying this back to our mental models, if your team rolls with continuous delivery, the fundamental question the pipeline is asking is this code ready to deploy? A lot of companies prefer this route because they have specific change windows or they just need that strict human release control before anything actually touches the live servers. But if your team is using continuous deployment, the question completely shifts to, can this code go live automatically? This setup is a real game changer for highly automated environments where teams have massive confidence in their testing coverage and their automated rollback processes.
Section 3. The pipeline workflow. Now that we've got those definitions locked down, let's look at what actually happens when a developer hits push. We're going to follow the chronological journey of a single commit right through the gauntlet. Minute 1, the pipeline triggers. It checks out the latest code and installs all your dependencies. By minute 3, we hit code quality checks, stuff like linting and static analysis to enforce best practices. Around minute 5, the real heavy lifting begins, with unit and integration testing. If those all turn green, minute 8 is build time, which usually means packaging everything up into a neat little Docker container image. Finally, at minute 10, we run our security scans using tools like Trivy or Snike. We're looking for any exposed secrets or vulnerabilities before pushing that nice secure image to a registry.
Once that image is pushed, the deployment and release stages officially kick off. Step 1 is landing in the container registry. Think Docker Hub, Amazon ECR, or GitLab Container Registry. From there, in Step 2, the pipeline pushes this shiny new version into a series of lower environments like Dev, Staging, or QA, so we can validate it even more. Finally, Step 3, the artifact makes its way to production. And remember those definitions from earlier? It's either going to deploy automatically if you're using continuous deployment, or it's going to sit there waiting for someone to click approve if you're on continuous delivery.
Section 4. Popular CI/CD tools. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is seeing how different platforms handle this exact same workflow. We've got 3 heavy hitters here. First up is Jenkins. It's self-hosted, it's incredibly flexible, and it has a frankly massive plugin ecosystem. But the trade-off? High maintenance. Next, we have GitHub Actions. This one offers ultimate simplicity. It's hosted, uses simple YAML files, and lives right there with your code, so you aren't managing servers. Finally, there's GitLab CI. Folks love this one for its unified DevOps experience. Your source control, CI/CD, and registries all live under one roof. The syntax might change depending on the tool you pick, but that core workflow we just talked about, it stays exactly the same.
Section 5. AI in the pipeline. So, the fundamental workflow hasn't changed much over the years, but the platforms themselves are evolving fast, and AI is completely shifting the landscape. Take platforms like Harness AI, for example. They aren't just running basic checks anymore. They're combining CI/CD with feature flags to toggle live code, they're helping with cloud cost management, and they have built-in observability. But for sure, the biggest game changer is AI-assisted troubleshooting. Instead of engineers wasting hours digging through walls of messy text logs to figure out why a build broke, the AI just analyzes it for you, pinpoints exactly what failed, and tells you how to fix it. It's a huge time saver.
Section 6. The security catch.
All right, as we wrap up this explainer, we really need to address the elephant in the room regarding traditional CI/CD workflows. In these setups, your pipeline basically says, hey, I built this image, and now I'm going to push it directly into the cluster. But for that to happen, tools like Jenkins or GitHub Actions have to hold highly privileged credentials to access your production environments. You are literally handing an immense amount of power directly to your CI/CD system.
Which leaves us with this final, incredibly crucial question. If your CI/CD system is misconfigured, compromised, or just given way too much access, it becomes a massive single point of failure. I mean, if a compromised pipeline is holding the keys to your cloud credentials, is your production system really safe? This exact risk is why the industry is aggressively exploring new deployment models. It perfectly sets the stage for